You're welcome back. Against the backdrop of high rates of mass atrocities in Nigeria, Global Rights, in partnership with the Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocities, have converged stakeholders in Abuja on a two-day national summit. The executive director of Sesor Empowerment Initiative said the essence of the two-day summit is to profile recommendations for policy makers, civil society actors, and other stakeholders on effective strategies for preventing and responding to violence and mass atrocities in Nigeria. Clearview News Imifuno Kon was there and now tells us more.
Statistics from Global Rights have shown that at least 24,816 people have been killed and 15,597 kidnapped in mass atrocities in the past 5 years. With the theme, a standing responsibility to protect, the executive director of Sesor Empowerment Initiative, Jonathan Ekafa, said this year's summit, centered on human security, seeks to analyze the government's fulfillment of its responsibility to protect citizens, as well as examine policy innovations for monitoring, preventing, and mitigating mass atrocities in the country.
Nigeria is really at a crossroads, and we have an existentialist crisis, and this summit is here to share those experiences, to talk about those things, to delve deeply into the issues. We have issues of displacement. How can we stop these violent attacks? How can we deal with terror attacks and also support victims who are going through trauma? So we expect that we'll be able to prefer more solutions, find a way to engage. Thankfully, we have partners. We've had some government agencies speak here, as you saw them today, and we can really engage and really begin to prefer more solutions and continue to prefer solutions for policymakers, government actors, but more than that, galvanize ourselves to even more action and keep on pushing until we want the country, we see the country that we want.
With the persisting mass atrocities in Nigeria, the Executive Secretary of National Human Rights Commission, Anthony Ojukwu, and the Executive Director of Civic Society Legislative Advocacy Center, Rafsanjani Awal, said the summit will address key areas and make recommendations to governments.
We have condemned unequivocally the violation of the human rights of innocent protesters and journalists who have a constitutional duty to cover these protests. They are not supposed to be injured, they are not supposed to be violated, they are not supposed to be trampled upon, they are not supposed to be intimidated. They are doing their constitutional duty. Just like law enforcement agents are also constitutionally empowered to protect them. So we condemn it in its entirety, and we have said so. And what we are going to do is that the Commission is going to investigate all these complaints. We have asked that members of this community, members of the society, who have credible information on how these things happen, because you cannot conduct an inquiry or an investigation in vacuum. You must get credible information, facts and figures. Like yesterday, I saw a video clip of where a law enforcement agent was shooting a protester. After the guy had been beaten, he was lying on the floor. He could have arrested him. He could have prosecuted him. Why did he have to shoot him? We are investigating that now to find out who is this, where did this happen. The clip I got said it happened in Nazareth, but we are not sure. So we need to investigate that and try and find out who are the law enforcement agents behind that. So we need credible information on whoever has suffered any injustice, any violation during this process, so that we can do the needful.
What this summit can do is to help bring the attention to government, so that if government is not aware about the quantum or the large number of Nigerians that are on daily basis are facing atrocities either by state or non-state actors, it is a good opportunity for government to take careful analysis and review and bring out strategy that can curb or minimize the incidences that we are facing.
The Mass Atrocities Summit is a yearly event hosted by Global Rights and its partners under the auspices of the Community of Practice Against Mass Atrocities, with the aim of addressing the causes and challenges posed by various forms of mass atrocities in Nigeria. Imefonokun, reporting for Clever News.